All right, guys, you got this foldable out. We're about to do the last volume formula in here, and that's the volume of a sphere. And I said last, you're actually watching them a little out of order this year, if that's pertaining to you. Some of you are not watching them out of order, but anyway. All right, volume of a sphere. We're going to do the top part, the bottom part of the surface area. We'll do that later. The volume of a sphere is represented by 4/3 pi r cubed. This one you're going to have to memorize. 4/3 pi r cubed. You're going to have to memorize most of them. But all we have to know to find the volume of a sphere is to know the radius. By the way, anytime it asks you for the volume of a semisphere or a hemisphere, means the same thing. It means half of a sphere. You would literally take your answer and divide it by 2, just to let you know if that happens. It could happen. All right, so find the volume. Notice it does not say use 3.14 for pi, so we're not going to use that. So the volume here is equal to 4/3 pi times the radius is 8 cubed. So we're going to type that in. To get a fraction on your calculator, in case you do not know at this point, you press alpha, y equals enter, 4/3 second, and the button under clear, pi, and then times 8 to the third. Okay, and I'm going to round to 2 decimal places. So 2,144.66 feet cubed. There's the volume of that sphere. I want you guys to look at number 14 and see if you can go the opposite way, which is finding the radius given the volume. All right, let's talk about that. We are given the volume and we have to find the radius. So here's what I know. Volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. I know from this that the volume is 36 pi. That's equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. I'm going to find r, the radius, by solving this. I'm going to divide by 4/3 pi first. Pi is actually crossed out, by the way. 36 divided by 4/3 is the same as 36 times 3/4, by the way, which is 27. So 27 equals r to the third. This is something you've probably not learned. It's something you learn either in 8th grade or the end of Algebra 1, and you probably did not get that. And that is something called a cube root. You see how this is to the third power? Well, if it was to the second power, we would take the square root, right? Well, we have to take the third root to find out what r actually is. I'm going to show you how to find that on your calculator. On your calculator, the third root, you press math. Actually, it's the third root, so we're going to press 3. Then we're going to press math, and you are looking for number 5 down here. Now, 3 actually gives us the third root, but I want to go ahead and skip ahead and teach you to do it with any number. With any number, you're going to press the number you want and then the number 5. It puts that little piece there, and I'm going to type in 27. That is 3. What that means is I was looking for the number that multiplying itself 3 times was going to get 27. So 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So my radius is 3. That's the answer I'm looking for. All right, we're going to come back and do surface area of this later. So take this, put it back in your notebook on page 140. I'm still not gluing it in yet because I don't want to write on it after I've glued it. We will talk about volume of composite figures in the next video. We'll get a new foldable for that as well.